incredible. We'll pick it up to the actual game effort part of it coming up in a minute, but a little lighthearted moment just before halftime here. Davis steals the pass, but look, he unintentionally lands on a fan, and the fan, oh, Kevin Hart.
One of my favorite 90s movies, Life Size. They got a life-size present.
I hate you.
He's probably like actually 2 times him. Okay?
He really is. Well, then LeBron comes over and jumps on him too, so it's just a love factory, if you will. Third quarter, Clippers down 12. Zubac's here with the pass to Kawhi Leonard, who got going from long distance.
Yeah, how do you win these mega matchups? Well, Kawhi was aggressive, not just in his demeanor, but with his shots, especially from 3. But the Clippers' ball movement is what keeps everyone honest and makes it all happen.
As evident here, they get this ball movement over to Landry Shamet. 9 different players score to tie it up. And the game's tied at 86 heading into the 4th. That's where we pick it up. Dwight Howard. How about that? I'm dreaming of a Dwight Christmas, and he got it.
Yeah, LeBron's MO this season has been getting AD going first and then leaving his mark on the second half. But this strategy never really knocks opponents out from the jump.
He said that this week that this game was not about an ego test, but he certainly played well and set up LeBron, who had 23 points. Under 6 to go. Pat Bev to Paul George for the jumper.
Silent night, low-key from Paul George, but his mid-range and Kawhi's mid-range are layups, which they needed down the stretch. A nice little step back right there.
Certainly was. 5 for 7 from deep was Kawhi, so we're knotted up with 5 minutes to play. Still tied. LeBron to Davis. Jam!
Excellent play executed out of the timeout.
Lakers up by 2 now, under 4 left. Lou Williams with the steal. This is a little controversial. Gonna miss the layup here, but watch what happens. Is that a foul?
Not a Christmas Day, all eyes on the NBA foul. Come on.
Said the ref to the shepherd boy, did you see what I see? Doc Rivers was like, I did not. I don't think that was a foul. 1:15 left to play. Lakers down 4. LeBron to KCP.
Oh, I have a problem with that shot. Kyle Kuzma was wide open, and that was Kyle's shooting night.
And here goes Beverly, able to get the rebound. He had 9 rebounds in the game. Here's what he had to say about his little performance, being a little guy on the boards.
Got it. Good 6 points, right? 6.62. On a good day. What's making you such a hard?
Yes. Nothing says Christmas like that. 9 seconds left. LeBron tries to put a 3 up. It's blocked out of bounds by Pat Bev. The ball's initially given to the Lakers because they said it was out on him, but they wanted a review.
Yeah.
Did the Clippers? What do you think, Chiney?
You know what? Kawhi said it best. Patrick Beverly plays defense, and in his head, it's like he has 50 points.
Okay, well, the Clippers end up winning, but LeBron about that block was like, I don't know, dog.
I didn't feel like the ball went off my hand, but I mean that's the way it went.
I kind of knew he was going to go for the 3. I just didn't know how, you know. And you know, LeBron, he's one of the greatest players in the league. One of the greatest players to do it. And I just tried to kind of put my hand in, and I was fortunate.
PB tough as it gets. You saw it immediately when he got that matchup that he wanted it, and he got the stop. He won us the game on that possession.
They wanted it more. We had a lot of mistakes down the end of the game, mental mistakes on both ends of the floor. You know, we fouled a lot in that 4th quarter, put them to the line. Really in the second half, you know, they made shots and, you know, got some stops. So, you know, we gave that one away.
You know, that loss to the Clippers wasn't the only shot the Lakers took figuratively to the gut after their 2nd loss of the season to the Clips. But as Dave McMenamin explains from the floor at Staples, the Christmas collision in the 1st quarter with Pat Beverly might force LeBron to miss some time.
He got a shot to the groin in the 1st quarter on a collision with Patrick Beverly, and really it hit the same part of his body that had been affecting him since he missed that last game against Denver. He told us that it set him back. Those 5 days of rest and recovery he had coming into this game, he's back to square one. And I asked him, what type of effect did that have on you? He said it kind of just flared up. And I think if you look at his production on the court from that moment on, he shoots 12 three-pointers. He was not the normal attacking type of player we're used to seeing. He missed 10 of those threes, the most misses he's ever had in his career from 3. There are people within the Lakers organization that are already encouraging LeBron to take this injury very serious and make sure he's 100% and not to push it and come back before he feels 100%.
Okay, it's time to now extrapolate with Chiney, a 4-game losing streak and LeBron showing signs of wear and tear just a week after his back and forth with Doc Rivers about load management. So he may not want to take some days and games off, but to preserve his health for the long term, he may need to, right?
Look, load management is annoying, but load management for players dealing with lingering injuries like LeBron is, or even players dealing with age. He turns 35 on Monday, like LeBron is, right? Load management works. Now, if you think about what this Lakers team, the best iteration of LeBron James teams is when he plays with reckless abandon. If he's not able to do that, then you need to think about conserving his energy, his explosiveness, his strength. The best case of load management is Kawhi. We were so critical of Kawhi with he's playing in the regular season or not, but if you think about what he was able to do on Christmas Day when all eyes were on the NBA, he was there and he was able to dominate. So LeBron James sort of might need to take a little bit of that load management strategy himself.
So you heard Gary mention it. It's the second time that the Clippers have beat the Lakers this season. It's really hard to gauge anything from opening night. Paul George didn't even play in that game. There's a lot of rust there. But what did you glean from the Clippers' performance last night?
Oh, the Clippers, man. I'm just telling you, right now, the Clippers, they're just a team that Kawhi not only delivers, but they're able to play aggressive and they're able to play with intensity and ball movement. What I learned from this team is that, hey, they have offensive captains. They have Kawhi Leonard and they have Paul George, who, even though it was quiet, was able to deliver in the fourth quarter, right? Low key. They have defensive captains. They have Patrick Beverley. They have a guy, Paul George, who led the league in steals last year. They have Kawhi Leonard, who's Defensive Player of the Year twice. They just played the game. They weathered the storm, and they were able to be put in a position where they could compete and win the game in the end.
And what I found even more rich was that Paul George afterwards, who you mentioned, said he's at 20% defensively.
Like
so
what?
That's pretty scary to think about.
What?
Yeah, 20.
Okay, that's upsetting for everybody else who was about to play them. All right, so that was just one of 4 games. We had also the Rockets in the Bay taking on the San Francisco Warriors. Warriors, they did a great job of defending James Harden here. You knew he was going to get his, Chiney, but not yesterday.
Yeah, there was no shame to the Warriors' defensive game. They doubled James Harden, making the gamble that the rest of the Rockets had to be the ones that beat him. And, you know, that's the mistake. You're playing 4-on-3. Why do you reverse dribble and let the defense catch up? Again, another 4-on-3 play. You have to knock down shots to beat the double team, and the Rockets were not able to do that consistently.
You saw Daniel House miss. You just saw P.J. Tucker miss. Russell Westbrook, was 0 for 8 from 3. So finally, James Harden said, you know what, let me try to do this myself in amongst the traffic where he usually gets calls. He didn't. Steve Kerr, what was up with that?
That's who James is. He's so good that you have to try to do your best to keep him off balance. The best thing we did was not foul him.
We talked about not reaching, you know, making him finish. And if he finished some shots, we're able to get out in transition. But if you're fouling him, their defense is pretty good when it can get set. And the entire team, we were throwing traps at him, and we was able to keep him out the game and keep him from getting downhill.
You surprised he only had 24 points on the game yesterday?
Westbrook or
James Harden?
James
Yeah, Westbrook.
Harden, or the combination. No, he actually played quite efficient. It was just he lacked the motor.
Sure.
Russell Westbrook, everyone's critical of his shooting, which is a liability for the Rockets, right? But he plays with intensity, and that's what you need to win.
He did have a team-high 30 points for the Rockets. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes to go. Warriors by 13. Did I say that right? 16 now is Draymond with pretty much what effectively was the dagger to Alec Burks. The Warriors go on to win 116-104 postgame. Draymond.
No, because every team want to beat our ass. It don't matter who's on the floor. You know, for 5 years or so, we've been kicking a lot of people's ass. And so now that, you know, we don't have certain guys out there, they don't care. Teams try to take our head off, and you can kind of feel that every single night.
They played extremely hard. You know, obviously everybody overlooked them, and the record doesn't show it, but they played extremely hard, and they made some shots. So you got to give them credit.
Okay, so how unlikely was this win for the Warriors? They closed as an 11.5-point underdog, the biggest upset on Christmas Day in the last 30 years. It was their first win all season against the team.